Alrighty, I think we're just about ready to get started here today. Hello everybody, welcome back to a new live stream here on the channel. This is Come Hang Out stream number 32. 32 of these things, man, that's crazy. Today is November 24th, 2021. Hopefully you are all having a fantastic day so far. Thank you so much for joining me here today. Let's go over our streaming schedule before we get started. As we do normally during these live streams, as usual, we stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time, and I do provide you guys with daily updates. If there is a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab. So, we are back today. Tell Kat we miss her. I will. I'll pass the message along. She has work today, so for those of you guys that have been here the past two streams, my roommate will not be joining us today because she is busy, but she might join tomorrow because we are planning on streaming tomorrow. Tomorrow is indeed Thanksgiving for those of you guys that live in the States, and yeah, I don't have any plans, so I figured might as well stream. If you guys want to join me for a casual Thanksgiving stream tomorrow, feel free to do so, unless, you know, something comes up and I can't stream. You guys get it, you guys understand. But yes, hopefully you are all doing well today. Let me know how your day is going. I do have some plans later on in the stream. I do want to film a video with you guys. The J tier list. Last week we did Kai's. This week I want to do J's. J's tier list, where we rank all of the J minifigures. So we're going to be doing that here in a little bit. Show us the picture of Waffle. I can indeed find the Waffle image. Where is it? Where is it? There it is. There's Waffle. There's my cat Waffle. I do plan on putting more Waffle images on the streams pretty quick. So, too many cursed ships in the chat. My brain can't handle it. I mean, for cursed ships, I mean, most of it from what I see is just people pairing up people with, you know, others that have no interaction with them. Like I saw somebody shipping, who did I see? Kai and Edna. Not gonna happen. Not gonna happen. How's Nacho doing? Nacho's doing all right. He lives at my parents' house. I haven't seen him in a minute, but from what I've heard, he's doing fantastically. He's getting up there though in age. He's kind of old. He's like an old man cat. He's very grumpy every time I see him. It's funny. It's very fun. But yes, we are going to be talking about the J minifigures here in a little bit. We're going to be doing that tier list, so just stay tuned if you guys want to partake in that, the filming of that video. In the meantime, though, what do you guys got for me in terms of questions? We are almost at, if I can recall correctly, we are almost at 109,000 subscribers. Almost there. So hopefully we hit that milestone later today. Thank you all so much for that. In terms of Ninjago news, we got nothing. Just waiting on the set images for 2022. It's been kind of a weird time past couple of days. Just eagerly awaiting to see if those set images will drop. They're probably going to drop this weekend, and I do have plans this weekend. So hopefully they don't. Fingers crossed. Maybe next week sometimes. Waffle is Meowthra. Oh, indeed. Absolutely. When's the next Kahoot game? The Kahoot is going to be on Friday, unless I don't stream on Friday, in which case it's going to be on Monday. So either Friday or Monday. So keep that in mind. Daily reminder to not Google Ninjago Nia. Oh yeah, don't go on Google Images and type in Ninjago Nia. Just setting yourself up for trauma at that point. Don't do it. I have a cat named Waffle. Yes, indeed, I do. She is, she basically has the personality of a waffle. I'm gonna be honest. Zanex, the Overlord ship. What are my thoughts? I don't know. I don't support it. You're not gonna see me supporting that. Let's see. Got the entire Ninjago soundtrack to play while watching your streams. That's pretty cool. Yeah, it's not a bad setup at all. I would have more music in the stream itself, but unfortunately I can't play a lot due to copyright reasons. I can only play that one copyright-free song at the beginning of our streams during the waiting room segment. So, also don't look up Skylar 2. It's worse than the Nia pictures. Is that so? Yeah, I mean, it only makes sense. Just don't Google any Ninjago character. You're just gonna find some weird stuff. Turn on safe search. Turn on your safe searches. Will I get the Legacy Destiny's bounty before it retires? Probably not. I was thinking about it, but I just don't think I will. Maybe I'll get it one day off the third-party market, either eBay or Bricklink, but yeah, probably not going to be grabbing that Legacy bounty. I'm probably just going to let it retire and, you know, call it good from there. Just don't go on Google. Just don't go on the internet. Just don't do anything, you know? Just don't ever open up the internet. You're gonna find some weird stuff. Hello there. How's everyone? I think I'm doing good. I'm doing good overall. Hopefully you guys are doing fine as well. Safe searches for the week. Yeah, I never use safe search. Probably why I see a lot of weird stuff on Google Images. Just don't Google any Ninjago character. Just to be safe. Do I have a picture of Momo? I do not. On the streams. I don't have one. Feel free to check out my Instagram if you want to go ahead and check out more images of my cats. Did I see Hawkeye? Yeah, I did see Hawkeye. The first 2 episodes dropped last night, and I'm not going to get into spoilers here or anything like that. I'll just say what I thought of the 2 episodes. I didn't think it was off to the strongest start. I mean, the Hawkeye show has a lot of potential. I just didn't think the first 2 episodes were all that great. But I'm hoping the next couple of episodes will be better. I guess that's just all I have to say about the Hawkeye show. Dylan with the $1.99, thank you very much. Enjoy the pie. I will. I wonder what kind of pie it is, but thank you for the $1.99 donation, Dylan. Thank you very, very much. Let's see. Remember as a kid, I Googled Misty from Pokemon to get a reference to cosplay her, and I regret everything. Oh, yeah.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. Yeah, just don't Google anything. Just don't Google any anime characters, any Ninjago characters. Just keep yourselves pure and safe. That's how you do it. And we have another 99-cent donation from Dylan. There's the pie. It looks to be some type of cherry or perhaps, I don't know, something red, some type of pie. But thank you very much for the pie donations. You shall see the pizza time notification very soon. Some teenage girl meets Hawkeye. I mean, she's not really a teenager, right? She's like early 20s. What's her name? Kate Bishop. So, yeah. Yeah, no spoilers for Hawkeye. Some of you guys in the chat.
Pizza time.
Pizza time. Yeah. But no, I'm looking forward to the rest of the Hawkeye show. I just hope it gets better. Just my thoughts. Here you're an anime fan. What kind of anime do I watch? Some suggestions. I watch a lot of like slice of life stuff. One of my favorites is an anime called New Game. It's also a manga. It's pretty good. I like it a lot. Very cute, very wholesome. Otherwise, I do watch like some of the popular stuff like My Hero Academia. That one's pretty good. It's pretty much a good starter anime, I'd say, especially if you're a Ninjago fan. It's a nice little whatchamacallit. It's a good segue. So. Let's see. What are we doing? Hunted background? Sure. Season 9. Yeah, I really like New Game. It's one of my favorite things ever. The only tattoo I have right now is New Game related because I like it a lot. But yeah. Otherwise, you know, like I said, if you guys are trying to get into anime, I'd recommend My Hero Academia. It's a pretty good starter anime, I'd say. Do I like K-On? I do. I do like K-On. I've seen all of it, and it's pretty cute. It's pretty wholesome. I like it a lot, especially the movie. No, I hate Hunted. Oh, Hunted's all right. It's all right. I understand your opinion, but you know, Hunted I think is okay. It's pretty average, but it's all right overall. Opinion on the Spider-Man trailer. I think it looks awesome, and tickets go on sale on Monday, so I'm going to be pretty paranoid until I get those. So, Monday is the big day if you guys want to buy tickets to the Spider-Man movie coming out December. Am I streaming tomorrow? Yes, indeed I am. I don't have any plans for Thanksgiving, which is tomorrow, so figured I would stream, and if you guys want to tune into the Thanksgiving stream, you totally can. Probably not going to be doing much of anything, though, so I don't blame you guys if you want to skip it. What are my plans for tomorrow? Yeah, just said I don't have any plans. No plans for tomorrow. Just working on more videos and just trying to get my school stuff done for the week, which is usually the case on Thursday. What's my opinion on Transformers Kiss players? No comment. No comment on that lovely series that is Transformers Kiss players. I've never heard of that. Why would you ask that? I don't know. With that being said, it's all right. I like it. It's one of the weirdest Transformers series, but hey, it's something. It works to an extent, I'd say. Let's go ahead and switch gears a little bit. I will be bringing up this tier list, so let's go ahead and get things rolling with that. I do need to grab my phone so I can monitor chat, so just bear with me. I'll be able to get things back up to speed here in a few moments. Bada bing, bada boom. All right, where is the stream? There we go. Stream is on my telephone, and let's switch gears over here really quick and take a look at this tier list that I have set up for you guys today. So yeah, this is another one of those Ninjago tier lists. I sometimes do these on stream, and this will become a video later on, so those of you guys watching it live will be able to watch the edited version when that eventually does get released as a video, and feel free to rank these along with me. There is a link to this same exact tier list down below in the description. Feel free to go ahead and check it out if you want to go ahead and rank these alongside me, or if you just want to, you know, put whatever you want in the chat based off of what J suit you think belongs in each tier. Feel free to let me know when we go through each one. Yeah, we did Kai's last week, so now we're doing J's. This is every J minifigure that I could remember. Hopefully this is like, you know, most of them, if not all of them. I do think we're probably missing like one or two, but hey, it's the majority of them. That's all that really matters here. For tiers, we have perfect, great, average, bad, and terrible. Terrible being the worst, and perfect being the best. Now, it is worth mentioning that this list will be constructed according to my own opinion, so if you guys disagree, that's totally okay. Feel free to drop in the chat or in the comments, if you're watching this in video form, what you think about each J minifigure as we go through it. So let me go ahead and stretch really quick, take a sip of my water, and then we will be ready to go. And I didn't include anything from 2022 just yet, so keep that in mind, because yeah, it's not out just yet. All right, let's get started by taking a look at the original J figure. As original Ninjago, this one is just alright, you know. I'm probably going to put it in average. It's an okay design. I do like those original designs overall. They're just kind of the same to me. They're kind of samey. They're not really unique in any way, aside from the color and the symbol. But average, I think, is a good place to put the original J figure, in my opinion. Let me know what you guys think about this in the chat. We are going to be going through these pretty quickly because we are on a timed schedule, but I'll give you guys a few moments. Yeah, I think average is a good place for the original J. Not gonna lie, a lot of other suits do it better. So let's move on to DXJ. Most of you guys are saying average for the original J. That's fair. That's where I put it, so I think that's fair. Let's move on to DXJ, Dragon Extreme J. I'm not the biggest fan of the DX suits overall. I think some of them work more than others. J's, I think, doesn't work as great as someone like Kai's does, so I'm going to be putting DXJ in the average section, but I will put it above the original in terms of stylization and look and whatnot. I think that's a pretty good ranking for the original two J suits, in my opinion. I like it a lot. DX is pretty rare, though. That figure is quite difficult to get your hands on, so that is worth mentioning. I do find it to be pretty average, though, alongside the same lines as the original. So let's move on. Let's move on to the Micro Figure J. This came out in a very obscure Ninjago Lego board game that came out in 2011, I believe. And as micro figures go, they're all hilarious to me. I find them to be all very spectacular in nature. With that being said, though, they're not great, so I'm going to put this one in bad. Sorry, not sorry. I know it's perfect for certain scenarios and certain activities, but you know, it's just bad to me. I just find it to be not all that great when you compare it to the, you know, to the actual library of J minifigures that we have here. So yeah, probably going to go in the bad section. It is a pretty good design, though. I will take a sip of my water really quick. My voice is kind of getting a little raspy. There we go. Feel free to hydrate yourselves in your own spaces, folks. Be sure to stay hydrated. Grab some snacks. We're going to be here a while. Kendo J is also bad. I'm not a big fan of Kendo J. Not terrible, but bad. I'll probably put it above the micro figure, though. I'm just not a fan of any of the Kendo Ninja. They're just the originals with Kendo armor slapped on top of it, and the armor is very bland and very plasticky, so it's not the best design overall for a ninja figure. In fact, I believe Kendo J to be one of the weakest of the pretty weak Kendo Ninja. However, JZX is pretty good, but it's not my favorite ZX suit for J, so I'm going to be putting that in average, or it's not my favorite ZX suit overall. But yes, I will be putting it in average and putting it above DXJ, though. because I think that is a little better. I just think out of all of the ZX Ninja, Jay's is probably one of the weaker ones in terms of printing, of course. It's not my favorite. I do like the silver armor, though. The silver on Jay's traditional blue looks quite nice, and I can't really imagine ZXJ with gold armor and shoulder pads. So I know this is very iconic to a lot of people, this suit, but to me it's just all right. I have some issues with it. I think other suits did this design a little better, but we'll get to that here in a little bit. So always wondered why he had just one armored arm. I don't know, maybe just uniqueness. It looks pretty unique, I suppose, when you compare it to the other ninja. Who's to say why he has one armored arm? It was shown in the show to be able to protect him from Fangpire bites, so I guess that's worth mentioning. NRG J is pretty good, I must say. I don't have this figure in person, but it does look pretty nice. I like it a lot more than most other NRG Ninja. I'm going to put it in the great section. I think the blue looks really nice. The yellow color just screams electricity. It looks really good overall, especially when you compare it to some of the other weaker and more pathetic NRG style ninja. The original is just great to me. I like that a lot. Not perfect, I'd say, because I personally don't have the figure. I can't really give that much of a, an insightful thought on it, but, I do find it to be pretty intriguing in terms of colors and printing, so I'm going to put it in the great section. A lot of you guys are saying perfect for that one. Fair enough. Yeah, I can see why some people would absolutely adore that figure. I just never got it, so I don't really have that much attachment to it as some other people might. I personally just think it's a pretty great figure overall. So, next, let's move on to Kimono J. The Kimono Ninja are some of my favorite ninja overall, and as such, this guy is going in perfect. I can't really think of any other tier to put Kimono J in. As mentioned in my Kai video, in my Kai tier list, my only issue with the physical releases of the kimono suits is the lack of shoulder pads. I feel like that just makes the figure look 10 times better, but as it is, as this form, as it is, as it comes, as you buy it, it doesn't look all that bad. I do find it to be a pretty perfect figure. I love the silver, blue, and black combination. It's just awesome to me. The Kimono Ninja are some of my favorite suits overall, so J obviously goes in the perfect tier for me. So, what are your guys' thoughts on the Kimono J? Feel free to let me know. Yeah, I really like the kimono suits as well. You hate Kimono J, to be fair, yeah, opinions are opinions. Whatever opinion you have, that is okay by me. Overrated, I can totally see why some people would call the kimono suits overrated. I personally just think that they are awesome looking in nature. So, Kimono J goes in the perfect tier for me, in my opinion, because it's my list. Feel free to disagree with me in the chat. But let's move on to Techno J. Now, the Techno Ninja I'm not super big on either because of the lack of leg printing, and some of them don't look as good as some other ones. J's, though, looks pretty good. I'm going to put Techno J in great, actually. I find that suit to be a lot more compelling in terms of print than some of the other Techno Ninja. I love the silver on blue, like I said earlier. I love the lightning pattern on here. It just kind of combines the best elements from a couple of the other suits that we've seen and rolls it together into one solid J suit. I don't hate Techno J as much as some other people might. I think Techno J is actually pretty cool looking. So, yeah. Techno suits are a bit chaotic. I mean, I could see why some people would say that. I personally think they're a little bit simplistic because of the lack of leg printing, but I feel like Techno J is a better design than someone like maybe Kai's Techno suit or maybe even Cole's. Just my thoughts on that. I do like the Techno suits, though, at least for J, and maybe even Lloyd, so I'm going to put it in the great section. Stone Armor J is one of the better-looking Stone Armor Ninja, if I recall correctly, so I'm going to put that in perfect. I love the Stone Armor Ninja, not as good as the Kimono Ninja, in my opinion, but still pretty great nonetheless. I love the shoulder pads, I love the printing overall. They're pretty much better versions of the Techno robes, if I had to, give an honest opinion on the Stone Armor robes for the Ninja. I think they're awesome. I think they're really cool. I like them a lot. So they're going to go in the perfect tier. One of my favorite early designs for the ninja suits. Stone Army suits are perfect. I agree. The only thing that's not so perfect about them is the availability of them. It's very hard to collect all of them because some of them come in official sets, some of them come in books. It's hard to come across all of the Stone Armor Ninja, but once you get all of them, they all look fantastic together. So they look awesome as a team. I agree. Yeah, it is hard to find them all, though. Collecting them is kind of difficult. But I enjoy them a lot. So let's move on to the Tournament J, the original Tournament J from Season 4. Not the best design ever. I'll probably put it in average alongside some of these other ones. I'll probably put it above the ZX suit overall. I find the tournament robes to be quite decent in terms of design, and especially on J, I think it looks exceptionally good. Excuse me as I take a sip of my water. My throat is like really killing me right now. Oh. All right, so yeah, for Tournament J, I find that to be a pretty average figure. But it's probably the lead of the average figures, in my opinion. I find it to be not the best design. I think Legacy does that design a lot better, but you know what? It is what it is. I like the half mask, I like the hair, and I like the sleeveless look on Jay. Maybe he should do more sleeveless designs. So, yeah, just pretty average in my opinion. What do we got next? We got Zukin J or Jungle J, depending on what exactly you refer to it as. Doesn't really matter to me. Not terrible. It's not terrible. Overall, I think this figure is pretty great. I think I like it more than Techno, but probably not as much as NRG. I do like the symbol on Jay's hood. I think that's really cool. I like the kind of updated print compared to the original. I find this to be a pretty sweet upgrade as opposed to this. I do find that suit to be pretty iconic as well. It appeared in a lot of media aside from Season 4. So I'm going to put it in the great section. I don't like it as much as maybe some of the other suits that we're about to talk about, but hey, it is still pretty good, all things considered. So I'm going to have to put it in the great section. Nostalgia doesn't impact your opinions. I mean, that's really hard to do, so I find that to be pretty admirable, all things considered. Nostalgia is definitely affecting my opinions, especially with the Kimono Ninja. Gonna admit that right there. Sips tea in Texan, sips tea in Wisconsin, sips water in whatever you call people that are from Wisconsin. All right, let's move on to the Deepstone version of Jay. The Deepstone Ninja are all pretty iconic, I'd say, especially Jay. I just love the design with the black and the blue. It looks pretty nice, so I'm going to put that in perfect. I'll probably put it above the Stone Armor Jay, if I'm being honest. I like this a lot more than I like this. I just love the gold design as well. The black, the blue, the gold. It actually looks pretty well, or it actually fits together pretty nicely. I do find it a lot more compelling than some of these other suits. Probably not as great of a combination as, say, the blue, the silver, and the black, but still, this suit overall, Deepstone J, is pretty awesome, and I like it a lot, so I'm going to put it in the perfect section, and most of you guys are putting perfect as well. I agree. I find Deepstone J to be a pretty sweet design, all things considered. So, did not come in very many sets, or any good sets, rather, but it is what it is, I suppose. I really don't like the Jaywalker one. One of my least favorite J-themed sets out there. So, look more like Ninja. Oh, I agree. The black looks really nice, and I feel like Ninjago should do more primarily black ninja suits. And Jay has a couple more, so we'll get to those here in a minute. Next up, we have the, what is this? The Airjitsu J, Airjitsu Flyer J. I do like this a lot, actually. I think it's a lot better than some of the other Airjitsu Ninja. I'll probably put it in the great section. What I like about it a lot is the printing on the torso. I love how reflective it is, and I feel like the black and the blue just go really well together. I find that to be a pretty nice suit overall. Makes zero sense context-wise. This suit never really appeared in the show, nor should it have, but I still find this design to be pretty decent. Not as good as NRGJ in my opinion, but a lot better than some of these other ones, that's for sure. I'm not the biggest fan of the Airjitsu Ninja overall, but Jay's looks nice, and I like it a lot, so I'm going to put it in the great section. But what do you guys have to say about the Airjitsu J suit? Feel free to let me know. It's pretty much an NRG version of the Deepstone suit. At least that's what I think. So, where's Avatar J? We'll get to him. He is right here, and we will get to him after we get through all of these guys. We'll get to him eventually, though, so stay tuned. We will get there. Yeah, pretty mixed across the board, it seems, for Airjitsu J. I can see why, though. It's not the best, but I also don't think it's the worst. But I can understand why the chat is pretty mixed on it. I see Superstar Rockin' J. We'll get to him momentarily. All right, let's go over who's next. We have Skybound J. Instant perfect for me. In fact, I think it's better than the Deep Stone version. I like it a lot. Not as good as the kimono in my opinion. I still find the kimonos to be some of the best suits, but this guy is just awesome. It just does the blue, black, and gold look a lot better than Deep Stone J does. I love the elemental symbol with a little hint of purple in there. I expected that to throw me off the first time I saw this figure in person, but it didn't. This figure is amazing. Skybound J is one of, if not the best J suits out there. It's among the best, that's for sure. Kimono's iconic. I agree. Nothing really beats the kimonos in my opinion, but Skybound J comes close. Or what do you call these suits? The Destiny robes? Some of you guys told me last time. People call them the Destiny suits for the ninja. I can see that. Skybound J is perfection. I agree. That suit is phenomenal looking, to say the least. Deepstone's better. I accept your opinion. I just don't share the opinion. I find the Skybound suit to be a lot better than the Deepstone one. Just my opinion. Pirate J, though, is not as good just because he doesn't have the mask, though I do think the suit itself is still relatively the same, if not the exact same. The only difference is the lack of a mask and the addition of an eye patch, which I do think fits Jay's character, especially in the Skybound story and the lore. I find that to be a pretty good addition to Jay's character design. However, like I said, it is pretty much, it's different from this one, but it's similar, if that makes sense. It's the same suit, just with minor changes. So I'm gonna put it in the same tier. I find both of the Skybound variants of Jay to be pretty perfect, all things considered. Pirate Boy. Yeah, I like the eye patch Jay a lot. Is there going to be a live tomorrow? Yes, I am planning on doing a stream tomorrow. So I don't have any plans for Thanksgiving, so I figured I would just do one tomorrow just because. But if you guys want to go ahead and join up tomorrow, feel free to do so. We're probably just going to do another casual hangout stream. No worries there. All right, let me stretch quick, and then we'll move on to the next one. What exactly happened to Jay's eye in Skybound? I think he got it hit by somebody, right? He was in a fight with some of the Sky Pirates in like that weird fighting pit thing after they captured him, and maybe he injured his eye there. Who knows? Who's to say? Kind of a weird way of giving him his eye patch, but hey, whatever works at the end of the day. As I sip my water. Whew. All right. Let's move on to the, what do we have next? Day of the Departed J. This one's actually really good. I like this a lot, or as some people call it, Honor J. I find this to be a pretty perfect J suit as well. In fact, I think it's better than the Deepstone suit, I'm going to be honest. This is how you do the ZX design, but do it, whoops, it actually scrolled down a little bit. Some advertisement played down there. Let me get us back on track here. So, as I was saying, I think the Day of the Departed J does a much better job at actually presenting this design as opposed to the ZXJ. This is how you do it right here, with the silver arm, and it's actually silver, it's not gray, it's actually silver. I love the mix of designs between this one and this one, kind of add these two together, you get this one. I love the dark blue and the blue combo, I love the brown shoulder pad. To me, it just looks pretty great, and I do like it a lot. I like it a lot more than the Deepstone suit, and I like it a lot more than the Stone Armor suit. So I do find Day of the Departed J to be pretty perfect, all things considered. But what do you guys think of Day of the Departed or Honor J? Feel free to let me know. So, all right. Where's Kat? She has work today, so she's not going to be able to be a part of the stream. But maybe she will join up tomorrow. Who's to say? Can't really confirm anything just yet, though it is highly likely that she will be here tomorrow. Next up, we have Hands of Time J. This is probably my least favorite of the Hands of Time Ninja. I'm going to be honest, I don't like this one all that much. I'm going to put it in bad, but I'll put it above the Kendo suit. I think that's a pretty good ranking right there. Putting it above the Kendo and above the obviously bad micro figure. I really just don't like Hands of Time J. I'm not big on any of the Hands of Time Ninja, and I think J is honestly one of the worst ones when it comes to Hands of Time. I really don't like it all that much. I hate how the symbol is like dead set in the middle of his torso. I don't like the black arms. I just don't like a whole lot about it, I'm gonna be honest. I do like the mask though. The mask is cool, but it's just not that great to me personally. So yeah, I'm gonna have to put it in the bad section, though it is a lot better than the Kendo suit, that's for sure. Yes, the fusion armor as well. That's what you call it. Not Hands of Time, but the fusion armor. All right, going from one of my least favorite J suits to one of my favorites, Future J is phenomenal. This figure is amazing in every sense of the word. In fact, it's so amazing, in my opinion, it's going to be going above the Kimono J. I think this suit is amazing. I love the future design. I love the mix of old and new. I love the eye patch. I love the beard. I love the epic printing. I love how it has arm printing, and I just love this design. Overall for J, it's beautiful. We need to get other future ninja made as minifigures because Jay is perfect. I would love to see future versions of Kai and Lloyd and, Zane. We already have future Nia, technically, but it's not that great of a figure. Future Jay, though, just blows away pretty much every other Jay costume and Jay minifigure. I just love future Jay so much. Easily one of my favorite Ninjago figures of all time. So, yes, I really like it a lot. And it seems like a lot of you guys like it too from the chat. They need all the future ninjas. I agree. We need to get all of them at some point. And hopefully LEGO will get around to making and releasing the other ones because we totally need them. I would love to have the full future ninja collection. That's for sure. Future Nia should be a bunch of blue studs. Oh man. It's a pretty funny joke though, I must say. That's actually pretty good. Good job. Pat yourself on the back for that one. Remember when Jay had a Brooklyn accent in the pilots? Yeah, I try not to, but I suppose he kind of did, right? Especially during the introduction. Let's move on to the Ninjago movie era. This is when we start getting into the redesigns for Jay and the rest of the ninja. Movie Jay, I don't mind all that much. It's not great in my opinion, but it's pretty average, I'd say, if my mouse would work. It's pretty average, I'd say. Probably put it above the tournament J. I don't know. I like movie J a lot. I don't mind the orange on his suit. Some people consider that an issue. I personally don't, because look at how many other J suits have orange in them. Granted, the orange came from the hair, but still, I don't mind the orange on J. I don't think it's all that bad. The suit itself, though, I feel like it could have used a little bit more traditional blue as opposed to just primarily relying on dark blue, but that's just my opinion. I don't mind it all that much. I find it to be a pretty average J costume. A lot of you guys seem to be calling it average as well. Some people are saying terrible. That's fine. Totally A-okay as well. I don't think it deserves to be in terrible, though. I just don't think it's all that great when you compare it to some of the other movie ninja or literally anything else in this tier and that tier. It's average, in my opinion. It is what it is. All right, next let's move on to movie Casual J right here. Casual J. I love this figure. I like it a lot. I'm going to put it in perfect. Not great, perfect, but it'll probably go at the end of perfect. I think this is a better Casual J than something like Urban J down here, I'm going to be honest. I like the scarf a lot. I like the selfie stick that the figure comes with. I just think Casual Movie J is pretty cute, and I like it a lot. So, going to put it in the perfect tier. Can't really go wrong with that figure, in my opinion. I purposely got doubles of that figure when the movie was coming out, just because I liked it so much. I like it a lot. What can I say? Love this scarf. It's adorable on him. I agree. I totally agree. Great. Perfect. Fair enough. I can see why some people would or would not like the casual movie J. I personally think he's pretty cool, though. His smile and his scarf. I agree. That face print is amazing for this variant of Jay. I also like getting extras of his hairpiece because that hairpiece is phenomenal. So definitely don't mind that all that much. All right. He needs to be ginger. Yeah, I wonder why he didn't retain the same hair color. Would have been cool to see this hairpiece in that color, but maybe one day. Maybe one day. And if that piece already exists in that color, feel free to let me know. So let's move on to this version of Jay, the white Spinjitzu training. Not a big fan of these. I like the suits as they are, but I feel like they're just kind of average or bad. I like the Hands of Time suit a little more, so I'll probably put it in the bad section. Not a big fan of these figures overall. They just look like casual training ninja along the same lines as, the kendo armor, and they all share the same suit, so there's not much uniqueness going on. But I do like that suit as it is, that white trainee jumpsuit. It's not too bad. It's a pretty nice design, but it's just kind of boring, and all the ninja use the same ones, so there's not a lot of uniqueness going on. So, gonna put it in the bad section. I do like it a lot more than Kendo J, but not as much as Fusion J or Hands of Time J, in my opinion. Christmas J would be dope with a scarf. Oh, that'd be awesome. They should totally do like Christmas variants of the ninja. If they ever get around to, making a Ninjago advent calendar, please LEGO, please do that one day. That'd be awesome. Maybe we'll see that, but more than likely we won't. Rest in peace. The hair comes in ginger, but only build a minifigure. That's worth noting, though. I will look into that. I do want to get some of this hairpiece in other colors. So I do like how they released it in white, but we'll get to that momentarily. All right, going back to the Ninjago TV show, we have Sons of Garmadon J. I'm not the biggest fan of this suit either. I don't think it's as great as, say, the Sons of Garmadon suits for maybe Kai or Zane, but it's still decent. I'm going to put it in the great section. I'll probably put it above Techno J, but I'm going to put it below Zukin J. It's an alright suit, don't get me wrong. It's an okay suit. It's just not as great as some of the other ones in my opinion. Probably going to put it in the great section. I love the blue, black, and white color combination though, along with the gray armor. It just makes it look a little bit more pristine than some other J suits have been in the past, but it's still not perfect in my opinion. I like Kai's a little more, so it's definitely not bad though. So don't get me wrong there. It's definitely not a bad figure. But yeah, what do you guys got for me in terms of this suit? Great, like it, perfect, great. A lot of greats and perfect, couple averages, that's fair. Totally fair. There is a Christmas Lloyd minifigure, that's right, there is. I totally forgot about that. It's pretty much Lloyd in a Christmas sweater. Forgot that existed. So. All right, let's go ahead and move on. What's next? Oh, this one. Ugh, Spinjitzu Master J goes in the terrible section. I hate this figure, man. If there's a Ninjago figure that I hate, it's this one. I hate all of the Spinjitzu Masters overall, but this one is just the worst. It doesn't even have the same blue for the headband and the mask. It's just like the ultimate laziness figure. I don't like it. It looks like a hodgepodge of different stuff rolled into just one random minifigure. It's not great. It's not great. I don't like it. It's terrible. It's dumb. It's stupid. I hate it. And that's that. I don't like it at all. After my little rant, I don't like it. I just don't like it all that much. More like Spinjitzu Disasters. I agree. Yeah, the first terrible one, and let me tell you, it belongs there. It belongs in that spot. But if you guys like it, you know, that's totally okay too. It's just one of my least favorite J figures. Out of all of these Spinjitzu Masters, I think I hate this one the most. Just gonna be honest. That's the worst one in my opinion. This figure deserves its own tier of awfulness. I mean, with the way it's going, it'll probably be the only one in the terrible section, unless I get to one other one that I hate. Not really sure yet, though. Yeah, it's just not good. With the whole TED Talk, I could go on for hours about how bad this figure is. I just don't like it. It's not good. It uses the same legs as all of the other ones. Like I said, it's just like a hodgepodge of different stuff, and none of that stuff is good. So I'm gonna say I'm gonna say it's terrible. And let's move on, because I feel like I've rambled about that enough. Hunted J. It's pretty much on par with Sons of Garmadon J, in my opinion. I feel like this suit is a pretty good update to this one. It, of course, retains that battle damage look, but I love the addition of the black armor and the black on the mask and the black on the torso. It's basically this suit, but with more black, and I don't find anything wrong with that. Just kind of the same to me in terms of quality. I don't like one more than the other. I could pretty much go either way with this. So whatever order you want to do for that, I would accept it, honestly. But what do you guys have to say about the Hunted J figure? I think it's an alright update to the Season 8 Sons of Garmadon figure, though. Great, perfect, Hunted pretty legit. Yeah, it's alright. Hate the mask with the Ninjago movie top and the SOG bottom. Oh yeah, this one, yep, not great. Don't even get me started on those colors not lining up. It's horrible to look at. Terrible. Yeah, but all things considered, I do find Hunted J to be a pretty alright update to this one. Not that bad of a figure in my opinion. Alright, as I stretch some more, my back really hurts, man. Alright, Dragon Master J. I don't have a big issue with the Dragon Master figures. They're probably some of the better Spinner exclusive figures. I'll probably put it in the great section above the Airjitsu J, but not as good as Techno J in my opinion. This one's okay. I love the mask. I love how they all pretty much retain the same basic design, just with minor tweaks, and you know, it makes them look uniform, and I find this to be a pretty solid design for a J figure, all things considered. Not my favorite thing ever, not my least favorite thing. It's just kind of there to me. I do find it a lot better than this figure though, so that's why it's going in the great section. As opposed to average, I think it is a lot better than this one, that's for sure. not even canon to the show. Yeah, even though it's not canon to the show, it still is an alright design. Like I said, it's probably one of the better Spinner exclusive J minifigures, that's for sure. At least in my opinion. You guys are free to disagree, obviously. Moving on to Legacy J. Legacy J appeared in a ton of sets, not as much as, say, Legacy Kai, and with that being said, this figure is still pretty decent. It's pretty great. I'll probably put it above Hunted J and SOG J. I really like Legacy J. I love the dragon, I love the black detailing on it. I don't know. I just think it looks pretty good, all things considered. It's definitely not a bad figure. I wouldn't mind having doubles of that, and I do have multiples of that. It's an alright figure, what can I say? Probably not as good as some of these ones in Perfect, but definitely a lot better than these ones, that's for sure. It's a nice update to the DXJ that we got from all those years ago, that's for sure. Legacy suits are too simplistic, yeah, but I think that's what makes them pretty great. It's a nice throwback to the earlier days of Ninjago, where the suits could get away with being a little too simplistic. So, I don't find that to be a bad decision at all. It's just not all that great, or it's not all that perfect compared to some of these other figures. It's still great, hence why it's in the great section, but yeah, you guys get it. You guys understand. What do you guys say? Perfect, average, great. I'm seeing a mix of perfects, greats, and averages. So, yeah, pretty much right on par with that. Season 11J I think is a lot better though, so I'm definitely putting that above some of these other ones. In fact, I'll put it above NRG. I love Season 11J. I find that to be a very solid J design. I love the buttons with the electricity symbol and the other buttons a smiley face. I think that's awesome. I love J's mask with his symbol right there. I love the mask colors. I just love the straps and buckles, and I love the armor. I think Season 11J is a pretty good J figure. Definitely one of the better modern day Js that we've seen. Floating around the Ninjago community, that's for sure. I find it to be pretty great. In fact, it's probably my favorite of the greats right now. What do you guys have to say about that? Wish I got Season 11J. Yeah, I wish I got a few more of him. They're easy enough to find online, though, such as Bricklink and eBay. They're pretty common, so it's not going to be too expensive to get your hands on a Season 11J if you would like one. Pretty easy to find. Great. Yeah, I agree. This is a pretty great figure, all things considered. Very good detailing, way better than Movie J. I agree 100%. I love the detailing on Season 11J. Makes it one of the most standout Js in terms of printing, I feel. Forbidden Spinjitzu J is basically the exact same thing, but without armor and without that fantastic hood. So I'm going to put it in the... probably average. I'll probably put it right above ZXJ if I'm being honest. I don't like that figure as much. These masks just look very strange to me, and I'm not a big fan of the color that they chose for J's Forbidden Spinjitzu energy. Not a big fan of that, so probably going to put it in average. It's not that bad, but it's also not that great either. If they could come up with an armor piece that would fit these figures, I think these guys would look 10 times better, but that's just my opinion. The Season 11 armor can't really fit on these suits, though, because of the mask and how messed up the back of that is. So, why is it green? Yeah, my thoughts exactly. Should have made it more yellow. Maybe like a yellowish blue color, maybe like even a light blue. Who knows? I just don't like that it's green. Doesn't really fit J's lightning aesthetic, but again, that's just my opinion. Spinjitzu Slam J is also not all that great to me. It's not great in the slightest. I'm probably going to put it in the bad section. I don't like it as much as, or I don't hate it as much as I hate this abomination, but it's still not all that great. I'll put it above the micro figure though. I just don't like the silver, and these colors also don't really match up with the green and the yellow. It's just a mess. This is an example of a messy figure right there. Just not great. I greatly prefer this variant of Season 11J, and I even more prefer this version, so... Yeah, not a big fan of this one. Spinjitzu Slam J is not my favorite. Yeah, pretty bad in my opinion. I don't think it's terrible though. I don't hate it as much as I hate this one. There's another J figure coming up that I hate a lot, so maybe we'll get another terrible one. But yeah, in my opinion, it's just bad. I do like the shininess of it though. That's kind of cool. So it has some points for that, but Yeah, still not a great design. Legacy Tournament J, otherwise known as Legacy 2 J, is pretty great. I like it a lot. Probably put it on par with Season 11 J. I find this design to be a lot more compelling than the original tournament figure. I don't know. I just think these tournament figures for Legacy do a fantastic job at better rounding out this already established design. I think it just expands on that even more and makes it even more presentable, in my opinion. Dare I say, I think this is a better version of this. Not my nostalgia talking, it's just how I feel. It's just how I feel. Ugh. Bro moment, miss half the tier list. Hey, no worries. This will still be a video later on the channel, so you can always watch it then, or you can just rewatch the stream. But this is what we got going on so far, and we still got a few more to go. This is another J that I don't like. Avatar Merchant J came out in a poly bag a while ago for Prime Empire, and I hate it. I don't like it. Not as bad as this thing, though. This thing still gets dead last, but I just hate how they basically just took the Legacy torso, threw a half mask on it, and then gave it a silver hat. Terrific. It looks awful. Good job, Lego. Not sure what the point of this figure was. Not even worth getting that poly bag because the figure is just awful, in my opinion. This is an example of an Ninjago figure that does not need to exist. And that's my honest opinion on Avatar Merchant J, or whatever the title for that figure is. It doesn't really matter because I don't really care all that much about it. I'm gonna be honest. Yeah, I don't like it either. A lot of people are saying terrible, bad, never seen that figure before. Yeah, it came out in a very obscure Prime Empire poly bag, and it's not even worth buying that poly bag because the figure itself is terrible. Nothing new, nothing exclusive. So they shaved Jay's head for that figure. Yeah, it's Avatar Bald J wearing a hat. That's for sure. Yeah, that's another thing too. It's supposed to be an Avatar figure, but it doesn't make much sense as an Avatar. Maybe it's part of the League of J's or whatever. Who knows? Who knows? I don't care. Moving on to Prime Empire J, or a Digi J. This figure's awesome. I'm going to put it in great. I love the blue and the white combination. Do I like it more than... I don't like it as much as I like NRG, but it's still better than Zukin, so I'm going to put it in the great tier, right after these three. I really like that figure. It's like the face of Prime Empire. I love the blue and the white combination. Even the black on the suit looks good. It just fits for the video game world, and I feel like it makes sense why Jay would have, one of the better Prime Empire suits, as it is technically his season. Avatar J, or Superstar Rockin' J, whatever you want to call it. This figure is amazing. Gonna put that one in perfect. Probably put it above Stone Armor J. Not as great as Deep Stone J, though. But Superstar Rockin' J, or Avatar J, as some may call it. I love that design. I love the white hair. I love the smiley face turning into a little star right there. That's adorable. I just love this figure overall. My only complaint with it is that it uses the exact same legs as the Digi suit for J, but it's not that bad. You barely notice it. It's not as noticeable as some other ones, but yeah, overall, I really like Superstar Rockin' J. I find that to be a pretty good figure. Avatar J, whatever you want to call it, it just looks good. It looks fantastic in my opinion. So I'm going to put it in the perfect tier. What do you guys have to say about that? Perfect. It's rockin' time. Yeah, I like it a lot. I like the white hair a lot too. Let's see. It's called Ultra Instinct J. Oh, of course. How could I have missed that? Hero J is an alright J minifigure for Master of the Mountain. It's pretty average though. I think it does the job a lot better than the ZX suit. I do like it more than Tournament J, so I'll probably put it right here. Not as good as Movie J, in my opinion, but Hero J is still an alright figure. Again, the blue and the silver work great together. I love that color combination, and I just find this suit to be just alright for J. Not as great as some of the other Hero Ninja have been, but it's also not terrible. As mentioned, can't really go wrong with that color combination, and that's a very sharp look for J in general. So I think that suit's pretty average. Hero J or Season 13 J, whatever you want to call it. It's obviously up to you what you want to refer to it as. A lot of people are saying average, decent, great, better than Kai. Oh, big time. It's not too difficult to be better than Hero Kai, that's for sure. Yeah, I'm not a fan of that Kai variant. Who do we have next? We have Epic Battle J. This one's unique, I'll say. Pretty much not what I expected to see for an Avatar, or not an Avatar, but a Epic Battle version of J. I'm gonna say it's I'm going to say it's average, but I don't know where I want to put it. I'll probably put it above the Tournament J. I do think it's a better look than regular Tournament J. I actually don't mind Epic Battle J all that much. Could it have used more blue? Yeah, but I don't mind the white either. We've seen white in J suits before, so I don't think that's, that's not that big of a deal to me. It's totally fine. Not as great as some of the other Epic Battle Ninja, though, but it's still not bad in my opinion. Probably put it in the middle of average. So, what do you guys have to say about what's it called? Epic Battle J. Curious to see what you guys have to say about this one. Bad, average, meh, great. Ooh, okay. Average, yeah. I mean, it's all right. It's an all right J suit. Can't really say too much about it that I haven't said already. A lot of you guys are saying great to average to bad. Somewhere in between these three tiers, totally acceptable and totally understandable. Golden Legacy J is perfect. I like this suit. It's grown on me over the years. I'll probably put it, or not over the years, but over the months that it's been out. I'll probably put it behind Casual Movie J, though. My biggest issue with this is the Prime Empire hood. I didn't really like it at first, but like I said, over the past couple of months, it has grown on me a lot. I find this hood to be pretty good now in terms of how it looks, not being on a Digi minifigure. I actually don't mind it all that much, so I'm going to put it in the perfect tier. I think the blue and the gold look really well together, or look really great. I don't know. It's hard to describe how this figure has grown on me. It just has, I don't mind it all that much. When it first got revealed, though, yeah, I thought it was pretty bad. But now I don't mind it. It's definitely grown on me over the years. Sweat into the goldies, yes indeed. So good for the 10th anniversary. I agree. It is a pretty solid 10th anniversary version of J. Not gonna lie there. All right, only a couple left. Urban J came out in the Ninjago City Gardens, and I don't like it as much as Movie Casual J, but it's still a pretty good looking J in terms of like a casual attire. I'll probably put it above. I'll put it above Dragon Master J, below Techno. I think the suit looks, or not the suit, but the shirt looks really nice. Kind of similar to what we saw in the Ninjago TV show all those years ago, back when they still would do casual outfits. It's not too bad. It's pretty much an updated version of that. I don't mind it. It's just not as good to me as this outfit for J. This outfit screams J more than this one does, at least in my opinion. I have the City Gardens. Yes, I do. I do have the City Gardens. So, yeah, this figure is kind of rare, only appearing in that big set. If you could find it separately for cheap, I'd recommend getting it because it is worth buying in my opinion. But it's not as great as some of the other ones. Oh, here's another figure that I don't like. This version of Legacy J is once again kind of like a hodgepodge of various random stuff. It has Tournament Legacy J torso and legs with original Legacy J hood. I'm going to be putting that in the bad section, probably above this weird Forbidden Spinjitzu version. It's not that bad. It's not that bad, but it's still terrible. Came out in the Legacy Electromech set. It's very weird looking. I don't like these ninja suits where they just combine random aspects of older costumes. It doesn't make any sense and it just looks dumb. So gonna put that one in the bad section. I'm trying to forget that this figure exists, but it's not as bad as these two, especially this one, especially that one. Island J, here we go. Here's a good one. After talking about some filth, let's talk about some gold. Island J is perfect, but how perfect is he? I'll put him above Skybound J, actually. I like Island J a lot. I love the hairpiece with the headband. I love the suit overall. The combination of the different shades of blue and the yellow. It just works for me. It looks fantastic. Can't really go wrong with any of the Island suits. I think that the Island suits are probably some of Ninjago's best in recent memory. And as mentioned, it's nice to go from talking about trash to talk about gold. I like this one a lot. I like it a lot. And last and kind of averagely least, I suppose, we have Skybound J. Yeah, he's average. He's all right. He's okay. Probably on par with Hero J. Not gonna lie, not my favorite design for J ever, but it works for the Skybound season. The Scuba J figure is totally fine. It's just not that great compared to literally all the other ones that we've already talked about. So, yeah, just my thoughts on Scuba J really quick. Where can you get Future J? Where did I get it? I got it from... Oh, where did I get it? I think I bought mine on Bricklink. I think I bought 2 of them. I actually had a double that I actually sold off recently. So, yeah, look on eBay, look on Bricklink. You'll find them pretty easily. I ended up buying 2 of them. when I got mine. But yeah, we did it. We have ranked all of the J suits from best to worst in my opinion. In perfect, here's what we got. I like this tier a lot. Some pretty solid J suits right there. Great also has some pretty good J suits. Can't really go wrong with these ones either. Average, mid-level, yeah, that checks out. That checks out a lot. Bad, oh yeah, don't like these. And terrible, these guys are terrible. I don't like these guys at all. Especially this one. This one's just this one's just bad. 0 out of 10. 0 out of 10, no mercy. But yeah, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for that tier list. There is a link down below in the description if you want to go ahead and do this tier list for yourself. Feel free to tweet at me or show me somewhere else what your ranking looks like, or whatever works for you guys. And that'll pretty much wrap it up for this tier list right here. Let's switch gears back over to my live stream and call it good from there. I think we'll settle on Skybound images. We only have a few minutes left in the stream. That took a lot longer than I was expecting it to. And we only have a couple of minutes left. So what do you guys got for me in terms of like rapid fire quick questions before we end off the stream? As mentioned, that tier list will be turned into a video, so stay tuned for that. Be sure to look out for that. It'll be uploaded probably within the next couple of days, unless we get some type of big news. What's the figure in the terrible section? In the terrible section, we had Avatar Merchant J, which came out in a very weird polybag for Prime Empire, and we had the Spinjitzu Masters J, neither of which I care for. How's my throat feeling? It's all right. You know, it's going pretty quick, I can tell, which is why I'm kind of thankful we're almost done with stream. I can rest my voice for a little bit. Talked a lot today because I filmed a lot today. So, am I excited for Thanksgiving? I mean, Thanksgiving's Thanksgiving. I don't really have plans, so I'll be here tomorrow streaming for you guys if you want to tune in during that time, but I understand if you guys are busy. I'm just not really doing much for the Thanksgiving holiday. I'm just working, so that's my plan. Have some water. Yeah, don't worry, I got a water bottle right here. And it feels pretty good on my sore throat. So, yeah, don't worry, you guys, if you can't come to stream tomorrow. I totally understand. I imagine a lot of people have plans tomorrow for Thanksgiving, so. I personally don't, so I figured I would just stream. And if you guys can make it, feel free to tune in. If you can't make it, totally no big deal. Don't worry about it all that much. So, totally fine. Let's see. Thanksgiving is average. Oh yeah, big time. Not my favorite holiday. Is the Kahoot on Fridays? Yes, indeed. Yes, it is going to be on Friday. Unless we don't stream on Friday, then it will be the following Monday. Keep that in mind. Drink some Nia. I got a bottle of water right here. Bottle of Nia, I guess you could say. And let's answer one more question before we wrap up stream today. Kind of spent the majority of the stream going over that J tier list, but I will be able to edit and upload that for you guys very soon, so keep that in mind. But let's answer one more question. One more question, and then we will wrap things up today. Let's see. Ooh, do I think the movie-style bounty should have been released as a Season 8 set? I think it works better for the Ninjago movie. It fits into that Ninjago movie line of sets a lot better in Season 8, or a lot better than Season 8. But we should get pretty much an updated bounty soon. I imagine we will get a new one within the next few years. So, I don't know. In terms of bounties, you pretty much get what you get, I suppose. The Season 8 design is pretty similar to that of the movie, so I can see why they wouldn't have released one in Season 8, or, you know, you get what I mean. It's totally fine. I think that it works well for the movie line of sets anyway, so who really cares? I think it's okay. I like the bounty a lot for the movie. One of my favorite Ninjago sets. But with that being said, guys, that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today. I apologize if I seemed a little out of it today. Kind of tired, like I said. My throat kind of hurts, so you know. I will get a chance to rest it though after we end off the stream. So let's wrap things up. Let's wrap up the stream today. Thank you so much for tuning in. We stream Monday through Friday, 7 p.m. to 8 p.m. Central Time, and I do provide you guys with daily updates. If there's ever a day where I cannot stream, I will let you guys know via my community tab, and that'll pretty much wrap it up for my thoughts here today. Thank you all so much for tuning in. Let's get some hugs in the chat. Some of you guys have already started that off. Thank you very much. I will put, you know what? I'll put 5 hugs in there. Actually, I'll put 6 hugs in there. One for each of the ninja. So there you go. And thank you very much for tuning in to my stream today. We will be back tomorrow, same time. I am planning on streaming tomorrow, so if you guys can make it, feel free to come on by and hang out for a little bit. Otherwise, if you guys have plans, again, that's totally a-okay. Prioritize your plans and your families first. So just keep that in mind. We will be live tomorrow, though, if you do want to stop on by. Thank you so much for tuning into today's stream. Thanks a lot for being a fantastic audience. Thanks for being amazing. Thanks for being epic in terms of peoples. And like I said, you guys are awesome. So thank you so much for that. And I will see you guys in the next stream. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll catch you guys later. Peace.